Welcome to Norfolk, Virginia, home of the Old Dominion Monarchs, and we are close to a full house here as the fans believe that this team is close to keeping their promise. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the AAC, the UTSA Roadrunners, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Old Dominion Monarchs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock. Monarchs will kick it away to start. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the UTSA Roadrunners offense takes the field for the first time today. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention, both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route tree as well. Really nothing this guy can't do.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. At the 45, on his way. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
First down for the offense.
They'll give it to the back. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
At the 44. 2nd down coming up.
They'll run it from the gun. Running with power. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled.
First down for the offense.
They've been running it, but now the pass. It's caught downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Play is marked out of bounds at the 21.
He's looking to throw it. He looks that one in nicely.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. The Roadrunners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. With the run on 1st and goal. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They've controlled the ball on this opening drive. Play number 10 brings us to 3rd and goal. To the air. It's Lockett. Pocket starts to collapse. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
All right, nice job, defense. Backs against the wall. You did your job setting up 4th down. Just be careful, though, because this is a team that's shown they can fake field goals. Your guys have to be alert.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute and put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So the Old Dominion Monarchs offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
And the Monarchs have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Good enough for a first down.
Fires to the big fella. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Monarchs want to crank the tempo.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Brings up second down.
Back to throw, it's Goodwin. Using his feet to buy time. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Feeling some heat. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Monarchs will punt this one away. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Cameron. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Give to the running back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Second down.
He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Leaves it with the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Dropping back, it's Goodwin. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
The Monarchs will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll run play action. With the catch, it's Cameron. They get him down after he makes the catch. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's UTSA holding the edge. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. No, he just flat ran over it. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it out to the 25. And the Roadrunners have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd down.
The toss to the right. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to move the chains. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Roadrunners will try to pin them back with the punt. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. And the pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. The defender got a little desperate there. Grabbed, held, and the offense will take the penalty. Hand off from the shotgun.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the 1st here. He's into the open down the middle. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Roadrunners.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, fellas, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Michigan found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage maize and blue football. Those folks in the big house won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They're bringing heat, using the quick game. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. And the Monarchs decide to punt it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior. And the Roadrunners will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Holds and fires complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on 3rd down. To the air, it's Lockett. Slings it. Got his man to the left. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. Unloads quickly. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He'll keep it himself. The Roadrunners are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, UTSA! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They march 72 yards, and they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6.
17. Old Dominion, 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Montgomery. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep on until they find an answer.
They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got it on the run. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Oh, look at this. The kicker's going to run it. And they thought they could pull off the surprise. Well, the surprise was on them. A stop. Boy, you look smart when it works out, but when it goes awry, you are left to second-guess yourself. And here's the third interception of the night. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Comes out throwing on first down. He finds his man. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to pass on second down. Buys a little time with his feet. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on third and long. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, UT San Antonio.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And they won't try another play, instead taking a knee, and they'll head to the locker room. I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Norfolk to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Ballard Stadium.
And the Roadrunners will line up to kick off and start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Makes a connection. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Monarchs come to the line with a new set of downs. They go to the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the... And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago, now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Goodwin. Finds the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Turns it loose. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. Caught near the sideline, it's Yoder. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. From the gun, running back gets to give. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Line is set on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. The Roadrunners will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, it's Hussein. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up, and this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
So now they're staring at a 2nd and long from their 20. To the air, it's Goodwin. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
He's got it on the right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Brings up 2nd down.
From the gun, running back on the move. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. That one comes out hot down the right side. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.
Most defenses are lucky if you have 1 good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have 2. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country, and you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. They'll go to the ground. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. There he goes down the right side. Touchdown, Roadrunners. And the beatdown has ensued.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Ready to try the point after.
On for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. NC State delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the ACC. Trust me when I say the party is on in Raleigh. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
First down for the offense.
Off the play fake on first down. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing?
UTSA.
Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And the Roadrunners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To throw, it's Lockett. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
At the end of the quarter, guys, it's UTSA holding the edge. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Finds his target down the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
That's a first down for the offense.
The run to the left. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Offense in a split backfield.
Second down coming up.
The play action fake. Still looking. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
Guys, they've come through on the first 2 third-down tries. This one might be a little tougher. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last 2 plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect their quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks. The offensive line has to do a better job.
And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
That makes the score UTSA 34, Oakland 0.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. Back to throw, it's Goodwin. Dumps it to the back. Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT put this one away.
UTSA
Yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Might as well give it to him again. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Davis. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quick strike complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looking for a man. It's Goodwin. On the run, still looking. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. He's moving out of the pocket. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the 1st down. And the Monarchs will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. At the 45, on its way. Finally, after a 15-yard gain. got it again. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tackled at the 31, they'll give him 6 on the play. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The give to the back. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. On the option. Now the toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? The Roadrunners come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah, not a lot to be too proud about in this one here. Good news is you get to go back to the drawing board. You get to go back, you get to have another week of practice as a coaching staff, try and find ways to get players in position to go out and make plays. Going to need a big locker room speech after this one, David.
Yeah, and you're going to watch this tape, and it's going to hurt because you're going to watch with the coaches, and you're going to see the mess-ups and all the things you could have done better, but you got to learn from it. You got to get better. You got to grow, and that's how that works.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.